Dear students, now we are going to start an interesting and important topic in logistics and supply chain management, which is known as your inventory management or inventory strategy and inventory policies. Now, you may have studied some concepts of inventory in your previous courses, but what I will do, I will actually start with the basic terminologies and basic taxonomy of inventory, and then afterward, we will build on these concepts in order to go for further and advanced analysis in inventory. So, first of all, let us actually look at what is the functionality of inventory and how does the inventory decisions actually help out, or how does it affect the overall logistical activity in a supply chain. So, what is an inventory? Inventory is an asset on the balance sheet and a variable expense on the income statement. So from the accounting purpose, it is an asset at the same time as well as the expense for the organization. So whenever you say I have some inventory, yes, it is recorded as an asset, but at the same time, it's an expense. It's an opportunity cost which the organization or the firm or an enterprise is actually paying. Your financial is being tied up in that inventory, and if till the time that inventory is not consumed, that is something of an opportunity loss for that organization. So inventory also has an impact on a return on investment for the firm. That is again from the accounting purpose. So it has an financial impact for an organization or for a firm. So if return on investment is higher, that means your inventory turns are higher. That means you are efficiently utilizing your inventory. That is what the financial statements will actually tell you. So what we would be looking at from the perspective of inventory would be actually the batching economies or cycle stocks. So whenever you say a cycle inventory or a cycle stock, you are actually talking about the whole cycle when you have zero inventory till the time you build up some level of inventory. That is Q. We will say that economies of scale, or the quantity that actually achieve economies of scale for the organization or for that supply chain player. Let's say if we are assuming that economies of scale is being achieved by the manufacturer, you would say that quantity Q, which is built up in that cycle, would actually be the best quantity that will give that manufacturer the minimum of the cost. Yes, the objective here would be to minimize the total cost. That total cost would be the cost for the manufacturer, such that it will give minimum cost per unit for that manufacturer. So एक ऐसा Q, एक ऐसी quantity, ऐसा stock वो manufacturer अपने पास रखना चाहेगा जिसके ऊपर उसकी total cost of inventory would be minimum. मुझे per unit cost सबसे कम पड़ रही होगी. तो वो manufacturer ये कह सकता है कि he is achieving economies of scale. Now, we should keep it in mind that we are actually talking about the products for which you can forecast. And when you say you can forecast some product, these products normally fall in the regime of make to stock scenario. तो ऐसी products हैं जिनको आप make to stock scenario में बना सकते हैं, जिनकी forecasting is reliable. The error is not that much. You can estimate the demand. When you say you can estimate the demand, recall that we have learned that when you are estimating a demand, you actually know about the demand shape as well as about the demand size. ये दोनों चीजें आपको मालूम होगी, तो then you can actually forecast something reliably. So now, first of all, we would be talking about the inventory policies, the inventory system, inventory models, which would actually be falling in the regime of the products which can be speculated, which can be forecasted. तो ऐसी products पे manufacturer or retailer or supplier, they will try to achieve their economies of scale. वो economies of scale achieve करने की कोशिश करेंगे, यानी ऐसी quantity produce करने की कोशिश करेंगे जिस पर उनकी cost per unit to produce that or to order that quantity would be at the minimum. So it actually arises from three sources: procurement, production, and transportation. So we are here actually talking about the procurement. When you say procurement, you are talking about supply. The supplier can achieve economies of scale. That is what we talked about. Production, So you are talking about manufacturer. Manufacturer can produce a quantity which will actually achieve economies of scale. Similarly, for transportation or for कि ट्रांसपोर्टेशन कॉस्ट मैं ऑर्डर कितना करता हूँ एज अ रिटेलर, एक लॉट मेरे पास एक मैन्युफैक्चरर से कितने साइज की आनी चाहिए सो दैट माय ओवरऑल कॉस्ट इज एट द मिनिमम. ये ओवरऑल जो कॉस्ट है वी विल डिस्कस इट इन द लेटर सेशंस, जिसमें वी विल डिटरमिन दैट व्हाट टाइप ऑफ कॉस्ट आर एक्चुअली इंपॉर्टेंट और वो कौन सी कॉस्ट हैं जो कि एक मैन्युफैक्चरर या रिटेलर या सप्लायर मिनिमाइज करता है इन ऑर्डर टू गेट इकोनॉमीज ऑफ स्केल. And inventory functionality has one more important perspective. That perspective is in the form of uncertainty and safety stocks. Yes, when we say we can forecast reliably, we never said that queue will actually match the demand. यानी मैं आपसे कहता हूँ कि for some specific product or specific item A, the forecast is 500 units for this week. Now, it doesn't mean कि उस पूरे वीक में 500 से ज़्यादा या कम नहीं हो सकते. Forecasts are rarely accurate. That means there would be some kind of error in it. तो जब आप कहते हैं कि there would be some error and for EDLP products or make to stock products, even जिनके लिए आपके पास history मौजूद होती है, you can easily determine the demand shape as well as demand size. तब भी error could be like plus minus 10%. जब आप कहते हैं कि प्लस माइनस 10% एरर मौजूद है तो यू नीड सम सेफ्टी स्टॉक. व्हाई डू यू नीड सम सेफ्टी स्टॉक? तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी नीड टू डिटरमिन दैट whenever you are dealing in some products which are like make to stock, most of the time these products would be in a rolling horizon. Rolling horizon means what? These products are undifferentiated products, and what will happen that those products can be carry forwarded into the next horizon. Let's say I am dealing in ball pens. Ball pen would not change from month to month. These are not like mobile phones. These are not like LCDs. These are not like other technologically evoluted items. इनमें technological evolution या technology की वजह से जो change है वो बहुत कम है. तो what will happen? Most of the time, the shape or the technology would remain the same. So ऐसी products के लिए these products are actually in the rolling horizon. If I have some leftover items for this month, I can actually adjust it in the next month. क्योंकि ये कोई ऐसी product नहीं है जो season के साथ change हो जाएगी. These are not like apparels, fast fashion items नहीं है. These are like EDLP products, ऐसी products जो कि undifferentiated है और ऐसी products which will not change with the passage of time. So here, the question is, do you need to overstock or do you need to understock? First of all, in behavior, I tell you, such kind of manufacturers or retailers, they will go for overstock. Why? Because here the principle is, the more stock I have, the more chances that I will be fulfilling customer demand. मैं customer demand उतनी ज़्यादा fulfill कर सकता हूँ जितना ज़्यादा stock मेरे पास है. Otherwise, what will happen? The customer will actually switch to my competitor if I don't have the stock with me. So here, the objective is that at least अगर आप कहें कि मेरे पास प्लस माइनस 10% का सिनेरियो मौजूद है तो 12 months में it is possible that in 6 months you would need some extra stock. Assume कर लें कि ये symmetric distribution है, symmetric demand आपके पास evolve करती है. Now what will happen? You would need to have safety stock for at least 6 months or 50% of the time. So safety stock is actually required when you have some uncertain market scenario. तो एक तो safety stock का जो purpose है, that is from the demand side. So all organizations are faced with uncertainty. That is from the demand side. And on the demand side, there is usually uncertainty in how much customers will buy and when they will buy it. So it depends. So in behavior, what is happening? You would have some stock with you. And you will normally want to have an overstock. Why? Because if some stock is left with you in this month, you can adjust it in the next month. The other perspective is on the supply side. When you say on the supply side, that means it would be in the supply chain. It is a possibility. Let's say if I am a manufacturer or I am a retailer, my manufacturer or my supplier can default. Default कैसे कर सकता है? Default in a sense कि आज today is the delivery date, but it might be happening that my supplier would not be actually delivering the product in time. हो सकता है वो 1 या 2 दिन का डिले उसमें आता हो. तो दैट इज ऑल्सो द हिस्ट्री ऑफ द सप्लायर. और सप्लायर्स के मुतालिक हमने बात की थी कि सप्लायर बेस इज एक्चुअली वेरी लेस इफ यू कंपेयर इट विद द कस्टमर्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल प्रॉक्टर एंड गैम्बल की एग्जाम्पल दी थी. देयर वुड बी मोर देन लाइक 10 billion customers, but on the supplier side there were like 650 suppliers for manufacturer for P&G. P&G के पास 650 के करीब जो हैं वो suppliers अपने मौजूद हैं. So it's always lesser, and sometimes it can happen that your supplier would actually be defaulting in terms of delivery. Consistently वो एक अपनी जो delivery dates हैं उसको match नहीं करता, उसमें variation आती रहती है. तो what will happen? The organization or the enterprise will actually guard themselves against that uncertainty in the supply side by having more safety stock. तो उतना ज़्यादा सेफ्टी स्टॉक, जितनी ज़्यादा वेरिएशन है आपके सप्लायर में या मैन्युफैक्चरर में, उतना ज़्यादा सेफ्टी स्टॉक आप रखेंगे ताकि आप अपने आप को गार्ड कर सकें अगेंस्ट दी शॉर्टेजेस. तो एक चीज़ हमने डिटरमिन कर ली, दैट इज़ फॉर मेक टू स्टॉक प्रोडक्ट्स जिनकी हम बात करने लगे हैं, you will actually go for an overstock rather than having understock. That means you do not want to have shortages. आप shortages नहीं चाहेंगे, और वहाँ पर safety stock would be an important part. So safety stock would actually be coming rather from the demand side or from the supply side. Both perspective में organizations would actually be looking at the safety stock. Thank you.